What's up guys, it's Sarah here and I'm going to do a question answer video for you today. I asked you guys to send me some questions on Twitter and you did, and now I'm going to answer them. Probably really awkwardly, but I will do my best. So the first question comes from Epoxy and he asked what was the first ever video game that I played. I'm not 100% sure, but the first game that I remember playing was Super Mario on the Super Nintendo, and I played that with my brothers, and I was always a little bit jealous that I always had to play as Luigi. I think because I was the youngest and I always kind of wanted to play as Mario at least once in multiplayer, but I always had to play as Luigi. The next question comes from Mr. A Game, and it was actually a pretty good question because it sort of lined up with the first one, and that is, what is my favorite character in Mario Kart? And I'd have to say that my favorite character is probably Toad. The next question comes from Musical Guy 529 and he asks which Sims base game is my favorite and what is my favorite expansion pack from all of them. My favorite Sims 2 base game, as some of you guys would already know, is The Sims 2. I love it. I think it's way better than all of the other Sims, and my favorite expansion pack would probably be a university in The Sims 2. The next question comes from Laura Brooks and she asks, if you had to choose, would you rather eat pizza or nuggets for the rest of your life? And some of you guys know this, but I actually don't like nuggets at all, which is weird because my Steam profile picture was a nugget and I always call you guys nuggets and I'm always talking about nuggets, but I actually don't like chicken nuggets at all. So I'll definitely have cheese pizza for the rest of my life. So the next question is from Ryan Hudson and he asks, what made you start streaming on Twitch full time? If you ever decide to quit it, what job will you choose next? So my twin brother actually started streaming before I did, and he kind of always encouraged me to try it out, but I always thought it sounded really weird, so I never watched Twitch, I never went on the website, I just thought it was weird. And then randomly in the semester holidays, because I was at uni, I decided that I would just try it out. I actually already had a HD PVR that my ex-boyfriend had bought me for me to make YouTube videos, and I used that, made a Twitch account. My brother, I think it was either my brother or my ex helped me set up Twitch. And then I just randomly started streaming on that day and I loved it, and I kept streaming ever since. And the second part of the question, if I ever quit, what job would I choose? I probably would get my teacher certificate and become a high school teacher. The next question comes from Momo and he asks, what's your worst ever live stream experience? So this one some of you guys already know, and it was so, I don't know how to explain it, but I was super stressed and frustrated and embarrassed and upset, and I wanted to just hide under a blanket and never come out again. But I went to Sydney for a new game launch party kind of thing, and they'd asked me to stream this game playing up against a YouTuber. And the station that I was at, okay, first of all, it wasn't just me. There were other people that complained about this station because the Xboxes were hooked up to like these TV, like these really big TVs, like these flat screens, and I don't know what it was, but it didn't work properly, okay? Like I would press the controller on the button and it wouldn't happen in the game until at least like a good 3 seconds after I'd already done it. And like just, it wasn't working properly and I couldn't play, and I ended up going 1-19. Live on stream with people watching, and I was so embarrassed and so frustrated, and it was the saddest thing. Okay, so the next question comes from Jacob. I'm not sure how to say the name of your app, but it comes from Jacob, and he asked, what is the best thing about streaming? And the best thing about streaming is just hanging out in this cool little community that we've got, and I've made so many friends through streaming, and I just love hanging out with everyone and talking and getting to know new people. And I don't know, it just amazes me that there's like people from around the world in like different countries that I get to talk to through Twitch. And I don't know, it's just really cool to me. So I definitely love interacting with everyone and meeting new people and just making new friends. Okay, so the next question is from Irish, and he asked, what are some of your interests and hobbies when you're not streaming? And honestly, I swear if I'm not streaming, I'm either sleeping, eating, watching YouTube, or like watching a movie trying to fall asleep. I don't really do much besides streaming or playing video games. But I do really like to read. I don't read very often anymore because once I get started on a book, I won't put it down, and that cuts into my streaming time, which is like I just won't stream because I'll just be reading and I get way too obsessed. Okay, so my next question comes from Mad As Racer, and he asked, if you could go anywhere for a holiday for a month or longer, where would you go? What would you do? And I put some other questions here as well because they were kind of similar, and they were from Gregify, who asks, what's the favourite place you've ever visited on a holiday? And Philzy, who asks, what country I would most like to visit. So the favourite place that I've already been to would probably be Singapore, just because, I don't know what it was about Singapore, but I really liked it. I mean, the weather wasn't really that nice, it was super humid, but I just loved the city. It was like, there was just so much greenery, and the buildings and like the architecture were really cool, but it was like they made an effort to still like implement nature into the design of all of the buildings. I'll show you an example of what I mean, hopefully on the screen. Hopefully I can figure out how to do that when I edit this video. But I don't know, I really liked it, and I loved the buildings, and it was just a really nice, clean, awesome place to visit. Okay, so the second part of that question was what country I would really like to visit. And if I had to pick an exact, like a specific country, I'd probably choose Germany, but I really would like to visit like all throughout Europe because I really love history, and it's actually my minor at university. And yeah, I'd love to visit all the historical sites and learn new things and see things that I've already learned about in class. And yeah, I'll definitely love to go to Germany and throughout Europe. Okay, so I had a few Call of Duty questions, so I kind of just dumped them all together. So Magic Gaming, Dan and Pineapple asked what is my favourite Call of Duty, and what I want to see in the next Call of Duty. And my favourite, I don't know why I'm talking so weird, I'm kind of out of breath, I don't know why, I'm literally just talking, but I feel kind of nervous. Anyway, my favourite Call of Duty is Black Ops 2. And the next Call of Duty, I'm not sure because I didn't really like Advanced Warfare, and Sledgehammer are doing the next COD. But me, like everyone else, I really want it to be a boots on the ground. I'm going to try and keep an open mind. I'm not playing Infinite Warfare because I honestly don't really enjoy it that much anymore. But I'm going to keep an open mind. I'll still check out the new COD for this year, but I really hope it's boots on the ground, otherwise I don't really think I'm going to enjoy it. Okay, so my next question comes from You Know I Got You, and he asked, have you ever thought about heading off to TwitchCon or PAX Oz this year? And I thought about both of them because I missed both of those in 2016. And I'm not really sure because I think they're both kind of on at about the same time. Well, they were last year anyway. I still haven't been to a TwitchCon. I really want to go to TwitchCon this year. I really hope I can make it, and hopefully it's not the same time as PAX because I want to go to that as well. So I thought this next question was really creative and just a really good question. It comes from Viper Ninja, and he asks, if you had the possibility to develop a game, what kind of game would it be and what would the main figure look like? So the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of this question is The Last of Us, because I'm so obsessed with that game now. So I think it would definitely have to have elements from The Last of Us, like a really good strong storyline that's super captivating and reels the audience in because I was so into that game. I did not want to stop playing. And things like stealth, I really love games that have stealth in them, even though I'm super bad at it and end up just shooting and stabbing people anyway. And guns, because we all know I like FPS games. So I'd have to have FPS, a really good storyline, and kind of like some elements of stealth in there. And what the main figure look like, I'm not really sure, but a chick who's super badass and I don't know, just a really badass chick in there. Might as well put me in there, you know what I'm saying? My last question comes from Skeptics, and he asks, what do you wish to achieve in the future? I thought that was a kind of nice question to wrap up the video. And what I would like to achieve in the future is, I don't really know. I'm just kind of winging it as I go along. I really love streaming for now. I'm hopeful that I can post more content on YouTube and become better at making YouTube videos. But for now, I'm not really sure. I just want to keep streaming, hopefully keep making YouTube videos, and just see where it goes. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment with some suggestions of just how to improve these videos, or if you have any ideas for future videos. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!